Have you ever noticed your legs feel stiff, achy, or numb when you stand or walk, especially after age 60, even though you stay active and eat well? What if I told you that this isn't just old age catching up? And more importantly, what if there was one simple, natural dietary change that can improve circulation in your legs fast by targeting the actual physiology that drives healthy blood flow? Here's what's really going on inside your body when circulation slows in your legs. Blood vessels are no longer as flexible or responsive as they once were. The walls of arteries and capillaries become less able to widen and relax. Blood doesn't flow as quickly or evenly, and your muscles and nerves aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need. This is not just a nuisance. Poor circulation is a root contributor to fatigue, delayed healing, numbness, and reduced activity levels. Over time, it affects your metabolism, insulin sensitivity, and overall vitality. Today, we're zeroing in on a natural food-derived oil that research shows can improve blood flow, enhance endothelial function, and support better microcirculation in the legs, often within days of regular use. But before we talk about what it is, let's unpack why blood flow matters so deeply to energy, metabolic health, and healthy aging. Think of your circulatory system like a network of highways and side streets delivering fuel, oxygen, glucose, hormones to every part of your body. As we age, those highways can become narrowed or inflexible. The pavement gets rough and traffic slows. Your heart has to work harder, and your muscles, especially in the legs, don't get the fuel they need for strength and endurance. That's why so many people over 60 notice heaviness, cramps, or fatigue in their legs well before they notice issues elsewhere. It's an early barometer of systemic decline. But here's the good news. The body is highly adaptable. Healthy blood flow isn't something we lose forever. It's something we can influence daily through diet, movement, and metabolic care. And the oil we'll discuss today doesn't just dilate blood vessels. It engages with the inner lining of those vessels, the endothelium, improving nitric oxide production, reducing oxidative stress, and supporting healthy inflammatory balance. In this video, you'll learn the science behind why blood flow declines with age, why most people miss the root physiological causes, how this specific oil supports vascular flexibility and circulation, practical dosing, timing, and how to combine it with food and movement in ways even busy people can follow. Here's what's really going on inside your body when blood flow in your legs begins to slow, especially after age 60, and why this one foundational system determines whether blood rushes smoothly to your muscles or barely trickles through tiny capillaries. Think of your vascular system like a garden irrigation system. If the hoses and pipes are old, stiff, or clogged, even the most powerful pump won't deliver water evenly to every plant. In your body, the pump is your heart, but the pipes, your arteries, arterioles, and capillaries are controlled by a thin, living layer called the endothelium. This isn't passive tissue. It's an active endocrine organ lining every blood vessel in your body. It monitors flow, produces messenger molecules, and tells vessels when to open wide and when to tighten down. When the endothelium is healthy, it creates nitric oxide, nature's most powerful vasodilator, and blood flows easily. When it's impaired, vessels stay tighter, circulation slows, and tissues starve for oxygen and nutrients. That's why many people over 60 notice heaviness, cramps, or cold feet before more obvious signs of aging. Here's the whiteboard version: endothelium, Einstein's traffic controller for blood flow. Nitric oxide, Schachthusker vasodilation signal, opens the roads, inflammation, plus oxidative stress, Schachter potholes in the road. As you age, chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, excess sugars, and high insulin levels all stiffen the endothelium and reduce no production. That means narrower roads and slower blood flow, even if your heart is still strong. This isn't just a symptom, it's a root cause of peripheral fatigue, slow healing, and decreased activity tolerance. Now let's bring this into practical nutrition and physiology. 2 natural oils, extra virgin olive oil, EVO, and argan oil, have been studied for their potential to improve endothelial function and vascular response. What the research shows is not a quick fix to vasodilate instantly like a drug, but rather a supportive shift in the underlying physiology that helps vessels stay more flexible and responsive over time. Clinical studies and reviews of EVO, especially high polyphenol varieties, show improved markers of endothelial function and increased nitric oxide bioavailability when consumed daily as part of a diet. This leads to better vasodilation, improved microvascular circulation, and reduced resting blood pressure, all hallmarks of healthier blood flow. EVO's antioxidant polyphenols help protect the endothelium from oxidative stress, lowering inflammation that would otherwise blunt no signals and stiffen vessel walls. There's also research in animal models showing argan oil can lower blood pressure and enhance endothelial relaxation responses, in part by increasing no involvement in blood vessels and reducing oxidative stress. This suggests similar mechanisms might support vascular flexibility and blood flow, though more human research is needed. So here's the practical takeaway. To improve blood flow in the legs, fast, start by supporting the endothelial system with nutritional strategies that enhance nitric oxide production and protect the vessel lining from inflammation. Actionable protocol: daily. Use high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons, 15-30 ml, daily, ideally with meals. Add it to salads, steamed vegetables, or drizzle on cooked dishes. This helps deliver antioxidant polyphenols that support no and vascular health. Combine with nitrate-rich foods like beets, leafy greens, or pomegranate, help your body convert nitrate to nitric oxide, a powerful vasodilator your endothelial cells can use. Keep insulin in check. High insulin and sugar spikes blunt no production. Pair oils with low glycemic meals to avoid spikes that damage endothelial responses. We'll dig deeper into insulin in a later section. Repeat key points. Endothelial function controls the highways of blood flow, and enhancing it with specific nutrients like EVO plus nitric oxide support can make circulation noticeably better, even after age 60. Let's zoom in on one of the most powerful molecules controlling blood flow, nitric oxide, or NO. If endothelial health is the traffic controller, nitric oxide is the green light that tells your blood vessels to open wide, letting oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles, especially in your legs. Without enough NO, the roads of your circulatory system remain constricted, and your legs feel heavy, fatigued, or achy. Here's a simple analogy. Imagine a garden hose. Even if your pump is strong, a kink in the hose prevents water from flowing. Nitric oxide is what smooths out the kink, allowing a steady, full stream. In your blood vessels, NO relaxes smooth muscle cells lining the arteries, improving flexibility, reducing resistance, and increasing microcirculation. As we age, nitric oxide production naturally declines due to several factors: oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, poor insulin regulation, and reduced physical activity. Even minor spikes in blood sugar can blunt NO production within hours, narrowing blood vessels and reducing oxygen delivery to muscles. That's why leg fatigue, cramps, and cold feet are common after 60. It's not just aging, it's a functional decline in nitric oxide signaling. So how do we increase nitric oxide naturally? The answer lies in both diet and lifestyle. Nitrate-rich foods, leafy greens like spinach, arugula, and beetroot, are high in dietary nitrates. Your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide, directly feeding your endothelial system. A simple morning routine: blend a small handful of spinach with half a beet in a smoothie. This is like giving your vessels an instant green light. Circulation-enhancing oils. Certain oils, like extra virgin olive oil and argan oil, don't just provide antioxidants, they actually enhance NO signaling in the endothelium. Polyphenols in these oils improve NO bioavailability by reducing oxidative stress that otherwise degrades nitric oxide. This creates a more responsive vascular system, movement, and shear stress. Think of NO as a flow-activated molecule. When you move, blood flows faster through your vessels, creating shear stress on the endothelium. This mechanical signal stimulates endothelial cells to produce more NO. Simple calf raises, walking, or even standing up and pacing for 5 minutes every hour can meaningfully increase NO production over time. Limit: no blockers. Excess sugar, chronic high insulin, smoking, and environmental toxins all impair no synthesis. Reducing these factors protects the endothelium and ensures the green light signal is always strong. Research shows that combining nitrate-rich foods with antioxidant oils improves both endothelial function and no-mediated vasodilation. In one study, participants consuming beet juice and high polyphenol olive oil had measurable increases in blood flow and reduced arterial stiffness within days, not months. That's the difference between targeting the root cause versus just masking symptoms like cold feet or leg heaviness. Here's a practical daily protocol. Morning: beet or leafy green smoothie, plus 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Midday: include arugula or spinach in lunch, plus 5-10 minutes of brisk walking or calf raises. Evening: light activity like gentle stretching, keeping sugar low to preserve no production overnight. Repeat this consistently, and your blood vessels learn to stay relaxed and responsive, improving circulation in your legs and energy throughout the day. If this is helpful so far, consider subscribing. I post content like this every day, focused on practical ways to optimize your circulation, energy, and metabolic health naturally. Let's talk about one of the silent saboteurs of circulation: chronic low-level inflammation and oxidative stress. These are processes that quietly damage your blood vessels, stiffen arteries, and blunt nitric oxide signaling, the very system we just talked about. If endothelial health is your traffic controller and nitric oxide is the green light, think of inflammation and oxidative stress as constant traffic jams and potholes that slow everything down. Here's what's really going on inside your body. When you eat inflammatory foods, experience stress, or have metabolic imbalances, your immune system releases molecules called cytokines. These cytokines, while essential in short-term injury response, in chronic low-level amounts, attack the lining of your arteries. At the same time, free radicals, unstable molecules formed by oxidative stress, damage endothelial cells, reducing nitric oxide and causing vessels to lose flexibility. The result? Sluggish blood flow, leg heaviness, cramps, and even slower healing after minor injuries. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine trying to push water through a garden hose covered with sticky mud. No matter how strong the pump, flow is restricted. In your body, the mud is inflammation and oxidative damage, the reason circulation slows as you age. The good news is, just like washing the hose, you can clear these blockages naturally. Nutrition is your first line of defense. Certain oils, like extra virgin olive oil and argan oil, are rich in antioxidants and polyphenols, which neutralize free radicals and protect endothelial cells. Clinical studies show that diets rich in these oils reduce markers of oxidative stress and inflammation, improving vessel flexibility and blood flow. Anti-inflammatory foods are equally important. Leafy greens, berries, fatty fish like salmon, and nuts provide compounds that calm chronic inflammation. Specifically, omega-3 fatty acids reduce cytokine activity and improve microcirculation in peripheral tissues, your legs included. Lifestyle strategies amplify these effects. Regular movement, walking, light resistance training, or calf raises increases shear stress in vessels, which signals endothelial cells to produce more nitric oxide. Stress management. Chronic cortisol spikes trigger inflammation and oxidative damage. Even 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing or meditation daily can protect your blood vessels. Sleep optimization. Sleep is when your body repairs oxidative damage. Poor sleep increases inflammatory cytokines and directly impairs circulation. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours per night. Here's a practical daily protocol to reduce inflammation and oxidative stress while improving leg circulation. Morning, smoothie with beetroot or spinach plus 1 to 2 tablespoons high polyphenol olive oil. Midday, fatty fish or chia seeds plus colorful vegetables rich in antioxidants. Movement, 10 minutes of walking or calf exercises to stimulate blood flow. Evening, mindful breathing or light stretching before bed to reduce stress-induced inflammation. Repeat these steps consistently, and your vessels will gradually regain flexibility and responsiveness. Over time, this doesn't just improve circulation, it also boosts metabolic health, energy levels, and resilience to age-related vascular changes. If you found this insight helpful so far, it's worth noting that small, consistent changes, like the oils, antioxidants, and movement routines we just discussed, can make a measurable difference in just a few weeks. Let's dive into a factor most people overlook when they think about leg circulation: blood sugar and insulin. What the research shows is that every time your blood sugar spikes, it doesn't just affect energy levels or fat storage. It also blunts nitric oxide production, stiffens arteries, and slows blood flow, especially in the legs. This is a root cause, not just a symptom. Here's what's really going on inside your body. After a high sugar meal, your pancreas releases insulin to help shuttle glucose into cells. If insulin rises repeatedly over years, as is common with aging, it triggers low-level inflammation and oxidative stress, directly damaging the endothelium. Think of it like rust forming on the inside of your garden hose. Even if your pump is strong, the flow is compromised. Over time, repeated spikes make your vessels less responsive, and the microcirculation to your legs suffers. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine trying to drive on a highway after every lane has been temporarily blocked by construction debris. Every time you eat sugar, those debris lanes appear inside your arteries, slowing traffic. The result? Legs that feel heavy, slow to recover, and prone to cramps or coldness. The good news is that we can reverse this effect naturally by controlling insulin and supporting vascular responsiveness. Here's how. Focus on low glycemic meals. Pair carbohydrates with healthy fats and fiber to slow absorption and prevent large blood sugar spikes. For example, drizzle extra virgin olive oil on roasted vegetables or add avocado to a salad with beans. The fat plus fiber combo keeps insulin stable and protects endothelial function. Time your meals strategically, spreading carbohydrate intake throughout the day or experimenting with gentle intermittent fasting windows reduces overall insulin exposure and gives your blood vessels a chance to recover. Include circulation-supporting oils. Again, oils like Evo and argan oil don't just protect endothelial cells with antioxidants, they also improve insulin sensitivity slightly, making your vessels more responsive to nitric oxide. This combination reduces the rust effect caused by high insulin. Add nitrate-rich vegetables. Beets, spinach, and arugula help increase nitric oxide, but their benefits are strongest when insulin is stable. Pairing these vegetables with protein or healthy fats prevents spikes that blunt no production. Move after meals. Light activity after eating stimulates glucose uptake by muscles independently of insulin, reducing spikes and supporting better microcirculation. Even a 10-15-minute walk after lunch can make a difference. Research confirms this link. Studies show that repeated post-meal glucose spikes reduce endothelial-dependent vasodilation, while interventions that stabilize insulin and reduce oxidative stress improve vascular function, sometimes within weeks. This means better blood flow, improved leg comfort, and enhanced energy, even after age 60. Here's a practical daily protocol to protect insulin and optimize leg circulation. Morning. Low glycemic breakfast with protein, plus healthy fats, plus small portion of fruit. Add 1 tablespoon olive oil over vegetables. Post-meal, 10-15 minutes of walking or light activity to support glucose uptake and circulation. Throughout the day, include nitrate-rich veggies and avoid high-sugar drinks or snacks. Repeat this consistently, and your arteries and microvessels will begin to regain flexibility. Your legs will feel lighter, fatigue will decrease, and overall circulation will improve, all by addressing the root physiological causes. We've talked about the endothelium, nitric oxide, inflammation, and insulin. Now let's focus on one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal: movement. Even after 60, simple targeted activity can dramatically improve blood flow in your legs by increasing microcirculation, the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to your muscles at the capillary level. Here's what's really going on inside your body. When your muscles contract during walking, cycling, or resistance exercises, they act like natural pumps, squeezing blood through veins and forcing it back toward the heart. This movement increases shear stress on your endothelial cells, essentially a gentle mechanical signal that tells them, produce more nitric oxide. This is the same molecule we discussed earlier that opens your blood vessels and improves flow. In other words, movement doesn't just strengthen your legs, it actually improves the physiology of your arteries and capillaries. Let me give you a simple analogy. Imagine a sponge that's been sitting dry for months. If you pour water over it once, some is absorbed, but the sponge stays mostly stiff. Now, if you gently squeeze and release it repeatedly while pouring water, the sponge becomes fully saturated. Your muscles and capillaries respond in the same way. Repeated contraction and release improve blood flow, oxygen delivery, and nutrient transport, especially to the legs, where circulation slows most with age. Here's how to make it practical. Daily walking. Even 10-20 minutes of brisk walking stimulates microcirculation in the legs, improves endothelial function, and increases nitric oxide production. Try to do this after meals, which also helps control insulin spikes. Calf exercises. Your calves act as a secondary heart, pumping blood back to the heart. Simple exercises like calf raises or ankle rotations for 2 to 3 minutes each hour can prevent blood pooling and improve circulation dramatically over time. Low-impact resistance training using body weight or light weights for leg squats, bridges, or lunges engages large muscle groups, which increases overall blood flow and strengthens veins and arteries simultaneously. Combine with circulation-supporting oils, drizzling extra virgin olive oil or argan oil over meals before your movement sessions can enhance nitric oxide activity and reduce oxidative stress, making exercise more effective at improving vascular function. Research supports this. Studies show that even moderate, consistent leg-focused exercise increases capillary density, improves endothelial-dependent vasodilation, and reduces arterial stiffness in older adults. These effects translate directly to reduced leg fatigue, less heaviness, and better energy throughout the day. Here's a simple daily microcirculation protocol. Morning, 10-15 minutes of brisk walking or gentle cycling. Every hour while sitting, 2 to 3 minutes of calf raises, ankle rotations, or standing marches. Evening, light resistance exercises targeting the legs combined with a nitrate-rich meal drizzled with high polyphenol olive oil. Repeat consistently, and your legs will experience better oxygen delivery, faster recovery, and a noticeable decrease in heaviness and fatigue. Movement is not just a complement to nutrition, it's a critical partner. By combining targeted activity with oils, antioxidants, and low glycemic meals, you're addressing multiple root causes of poor circulation at once. If you found these strategies helpful so far, take a moment to subscribe. I post content like this every day, giving practical, science-backed tools to optimize circulation, energy, and metabolic health naturally. Now we arrive at one of the most practical, science-backed tools for improving blood flow in your legs after 60 specific circulation-enhancing oils. These aren't just healthy fats, they actively support your vascular system, reduce oxidative stress, and improve nitric oxide signaling, all of which directly impact how efficiently blood reaches your legs. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Certain oils, particularly extra virgin olive oil, EVO, and argan oil, are rich in polyphenols and bioactive compounds that protect endothelial cells from damage. Remember, your endothelium is the traffic controller of your arteries. If it's healthy and flexible, blood flows smoothly. If it's damaged, circulation slows, leaving your legs heavy, fatigued, or numb. These oils help repair and maintain that critical lining. Let me explain with a simple analogy. Think of your blood vessels as garden hoses. Over time, dirt and grime, oxidative stress and inflammation build up inside the hoses, restricting water flow. High polyphenol oils act like a gentle cleaning solution. They protect the walls, reduce buildup, and allow water, in your case, blood, to flow more freely. Scientific studies back this up. Research shows that daily consumption of EVO improves endothelial function, increases nitric oxide bioavailability, and lowers arterial stiffness. These changes mean your vessels are more relaxed and responsive, which translates to faster and more efficient blood flow to your legs. Argan oil, too, has been shown in animal and preliminary human studies to support endothelial relaxation, reduce oxidative stress, and improve peripheral circulation. While more research is ongoing, the physiological mechanisms are clear and compelling. Here's how to integrate these oils into a daily routine to see noticeable improvements. Morning dose, take 1 tablespoon, 15 milliliters of high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil, either on an empty stomach or drizzled over a small salad or steamed vegetables. This jumpstarts endothelial support for the day. Meal pairing. Combine the oil with nitrate-rich foods like spinach, arugula, or beetroot. This synergy enhances nitric oxide production and boosts microcirculation in the legs. Consistency is key. Daily use is more important than quantity. Even small amounts, consistently taken, improve vascular flexibility and protect against oxidative stress over time. Optional evening support, a small drizzle of EVU or argan oil over dinner further supports endothelial repair overnight when the body naturally restores vascular function. Repeat this routine consistently, and you'll notice changes in leg comfort, reduced heaviness, and improved energy. This isn't a temporary fix, it's a long-term, natural strategy that supports the root causes of slow circulation rather than masking symptoms with creams or medications. If you found these insights valuable so far, remember, small, consistent steps. Daily movement, low glycemic meals, nitrate-rich vegetables, and circulation-enhancing oils work together synergistically. The effect on your legs and overall vascular health compounds over weeks, giving real, tangible improvements in blood flow and energy. Let's take a moment to bring it all together. Over the last sections, we've uncovered why blood flow in your legs often slows after 60, and more importantly, what you can do about it naturally. We started with endothelial health, the traffic controller of your blood vessels. Keeping this lining flexible and healthy is the foundation for all circulation. When it's strong, your arteries respond efficiently, blood flows easily, and your muscles get the oxygen and nutrients they need. Next, we focused on nitric oxide, the green light molecule that tells vessels to relax. Without sufficient NO, blood flow is constricted, and your legs feel heavy or fatigued. Supporting nitric oxide with nitrate-rich vegetables, antioxidant oils, and gentle movement is one of the fastest ways to improve circulation. We also covered inflammation and oxidative stress, the silent culprits that damage your vessels over time. Chronic low-level inflammation stiffens arteries, blunts nitric oxide, and slows microcirculation. Using antioxidant-rich oils, colorful vegetables, and lifestyle strategies like stress reduction and sleep optimization helps restore vascular flexibility. Then we explored the role of insulin and blood sugar. Spikes in glucose and insulin directly impair endothelial function and nitric oxide signaling. By stabilizing blood sugar through low glycemic meals, strategic timing, and post-meal movement, you protect your vessels and improve flow. We saw that movement and microcirculation work synergistically with nutrition. Even short periods of walking, calf raises, or light resistance training send blood surging through your legs, stimulate nitric oxide production, and strengthen capillaries. This is why a consistent daily routine is so powerful. Finally, we highlighted the power of circulation-enhancing oils, like extra virgin olive oil and argan oil. These oils protect endothelial cells, reduce oxidative stress, and support nitric oxide availability, giving your legs faster, more efficient blood flow with daily use. Here's the key takeaway. All 6 of these strategies, endothelial support, nitric oxide, inflammation control, blood sugar stabilization, movement, and targeted oils, work together. They're not isolated tactics. Think of them like gears in a machine. When all are aligned, blood flows smoothly, legs feel lighter, energy improves, and metabolic health strengthens. Now here's the challenge. Pick one change today. Add a tablespoon of high polyphenol olive oil to a meal, take a 10-minute walk after lunch, or include a nitrate-rich vegetable in your diet. Track how your legs feel, heaviness, fatigue, or warmth. Small, consistent actions compound over time, and your body responds in remarkable ways. If this added value, like the video and subscribe to join others optimizing their health naturally. Implementing these strategies can transform circulation, energy, and metabolic resilience, helping you move comfortably, feel vibrant, and age gracefully. Remember, improving leg blood flow isn't just about comfort. It's about addressing the root causes of vascular decline, supporting your metabolism, and reclaiming vitality at any age. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your body respond.